All right, let's talk some McCorkle Jones. Listen, I feel like his numbers aren't fully backing up how well he's playing. He's playing very well. An element of it, why the numbers aren't that great, is he's just not throwing the ball a lot. So the bulk stats aren't going to be incredible. You know, you look at his game and you think, okay, 229 yards, that's fine, I guess. But he only threw the ball 21 times, so that's over 10 yards per attempt. That's a great game. So. Jones has been really good, and I want to talk about what he's doing well for the Patriots. It's not perfect. There's some flaws as well, but that's the case with most rookie quarterbacks. He's clearly been the best rookie quarterback so far, although Lawrence is playing really well as of late as well. But yeah, let's just get into the McCorkle of it all. All right, so let's start off with something like this. So the way this play works for New England, you have your two receivers who are lined up to the offense's right, kind of run further deep routes, which can hopefully get the Dallas players who are in that area to kind of, run further deep with them, and then you have your halfback sort of run a wheel route. He's the guy that Mac Jones is going to want to look towards right when this play starts. So, Micah Parsons here for Dallas reads the play pretty well and gets over to try and make, this coverage, but there's definitely some reason to believe that this could get open. Parsons has to turn his back, whereas, as a halfback, you can look back and, you know where the ball is probably going to hit you, so you can, look back. Then that makes things a lot easier for New England, and so that's why Mac Jones is making this throw. So again, it's a good read. It's kind of an easy read, right? This is how this play is designed to work, but still, good job by him. And so Jones makes this throw, and Stevenson is going to make the catch right there. Good job by, Jones of making the correct read, making a good, accurate throw, and, push it down the field pretty well. So good stuff by Mac Jones. Again, it should be mentioned, okay, if Matt Ryan does this stuff, who cares? But Matt Ryan's like a 15-year veteran. Mac Jones doing this stuff as a rookie, that's why it is so impressive. That asterisk on top of it, and that's a necessary component. You have something like this, where what's going to happen is that it's man coverage across the board, and Mac Jones is going to look towards his tight end, Hunter Henry, right here. New England spent a lot of money on these tight ends, so definitely use them, especially when we're, I guess, not technically in the red zone. Looks like they're at the maybe 21, maybe they're at the 20, so maybe it is red zone, but, basically red zone regardless. Right when this play starts, so there is going to be a play action, and you see Henry has that inside leverage. He fought hard for that inside leverage. So at this point, he's doing a pretty good job of getting himself open right here. The issue for Jones on this play is there is a safety who is deep. So it's not like he can just sort of lob one up in the end zone and let Henry make the catch. He has to get it there quickly. Also worth mentioning, he does have Aguilar completely open on the top of the screen. So, maybe that could have been the read instead. But again, a lot easier to say that in hindsight. You can't see every single eligible receiver at once, so you do kind of have to some degree, look at a read, see if it's open. If it is, throw it. If not, find something else. So I don't really criticize quarterbacks too much for that kind of stuff, but, if you are someone who does, that's worth pointing out. However, look at this throw. Again, just perfectly accurate, really good touch on it. I mean, I would say maybe the one issue is probably a bit too much air under it. If a safety makes a more aggressive break there's a very real chance that he at least knocks that one away. So really accurate. Probably needs to put a little bit more mustard on it, I would say. But still, you get the touchdown, so I won't criticize you too much for it. And you have something like this as well, where again, it's going to be man, and you see the route that Jones is going to look towards on this one. This is a route that can certainly get open. It's also Nelson Aguilar, who does a good job against these types of plays. So that's why Jones is going to look in that direction. Right when this play starts, so what you're going to see is that at this point, it's a really good route. I think Aguilar doing a good job is kind of selling as though he's running over the middle. This is going to allow him to get open. And watch how Mac Jones takes advantage of that. Again, look, it's a really accurate throw. I mean, he throws the ball. He had to get rid of it a little bit earlier than I think he wanted due to the pressure, but still is able to, put enough air under it to where it can, gives his receiver time to make the play. That's good stuff from Jones. So again, are these going to be like, oh my God, what incredible plays? Not really. Are they good plays though? Yeah, they're good plays. And now let's talk about this one. So this was the pick six, and it was kind of a weird play. I don't really know if I'd put that much blame on Jones, to be honest. So for one thing, apparently this was the wrong route ran here. This was supposed to be just, one step cut and then a cut as opposed to 3 steps that Bourne is going to do. So that factors in for sure. However, right when this play starts, I don't really know if that matters too much. It looks like either way, Jones is now into throwing motion and he's going to be able to, for the most part, he can see where he's throwing. So this isn't that big of a deal, I don't think, even if there is a bit of a miscommunication with the exact route. Jones's throw is a bit far and it's a bit too hard. It does end up getting tipped. And, it still probably shouldn't have been a pick six. Like, that's not a interception-worthy play, right? Like, that wasn't a horrible play by Jones. But you can also understand why it's fair to say it wasn't his best throw of the game. And it just happened to have the worst possible outcome, which does happen. So, listen, in the box score, it's all going to count regardless. But is that the worst play in the world? No, it isn't. And then let's go to the next play. So this was obviously, everyone talked about how, the Trayvon Diggs, he went right back to him. So this is that play where it's going to be zone coverage. You see, Diggs covering the deep zone towards the offense's left. You then have Bourne, who's running a bit of a double move right here, right when this play starts. So Bourne, does a good job on this route. I think that Diggs did get a little turned around, but this is also, it's not a horrible play by Diggs whatsoever. He's going to come back nicely, I thought. Kind of in a bit what you're supposed to do. It really isn't bad coverage by Diggs on this one too much, but still, this is a play where you make a perfect throw and you can, make this catch. Another aspect of this play, and I've already broken down these most recent 2 plays already from Diggs's perspective. Now I'm breaking it down from the offense's perspective. One really important detail about this play is the safety. So you're thinking, okay, you do have safety help, but the safety help was, the safety was currently lined up towards the offense's right. He has to get all the way over to the middle, and then if you throw it deep, he has to continue going there. The safety's momentum is currently taking him further deep down the field, so now him crashing in, it's just going to be difficult for him to do. It's going to be, tough. So watch, when Jones makes this throw, it's a tough angle for the safety, and Jones is able to, hit Bourne in a perfect spot. Jones notices this stuff. I mean, this is what he noticed in college. He notices where the safeties are at. So, I could see someone sitting here and saying, if the safety makes a better cut on that, then Jones makes probably throws an interception. Well, there's a reason why he couldn't, because of the layout of the initial play. So to me, that's the way I see it. Very interesting play, though. Good stuff from Mac Jones. Good stuff from, the Patriots offense as a whole, although it ended up not being enough against a good Dallas football team. So, yeah, I mean, listen, fun game. I thought that, I know for the Patriots, they're kind of thinking like, okay, we don't want to look good. We want to win games. Like, the Patriots have a high standard, but this might just be one of those years where, listen, if Mac Jones is good, that's still a good season. Like, if you get a good young quarterback, like, that's a good season, even if you don't make the playoffs. But obviously, Patriots fans want more, and of course, I understand that. So, yeah, that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.